low carb must knows. Ano yung mga kailangan nating malaman sa lifestyle na ito kasi marami po sa atin na mga magsisimula pa lang. So isa doon is knowing your above ground vegetables. Kung gusto natin ng substitute sa ating mga high net carb na staples, rice, bread, noodles, ano yung mga substitute dyan? Mainly these are your low net carb veggies. Usually, yung mga low net carb veggies are things that you can find above ground. Kasi yung mga root crops, things that you can find below ground normally have what we call mga starches. So, starches are still storage form yan ng carbs, even though slow ang kanyang release sa system. And many times nga, sa mga old guidelines on diabetes, it is being promoted, kasi nga slower release. But the thing is, it's still higher net carb. Kahit slower yung release niya, still, it's going to be highly insulin stimulating. So, gusto nating iwasan. More insulin stimulation, more fat deposition, and that will lead to worsening ng inyong insulin resistant states, which will then lead to so many diseases. Ayan, iba't ibang klase ng mga modern day diseases that will cause yung tinatawag nating lifestyle-related medical conditions, metabolic syndrome kasama dyan. This is the reason why gusto natin kahit yung mga tinatawag na complex carbs na theoretically are releasing yung kanilang carbs slowly but still highly insulin stimulating sila. So like for example, the root crops, then we want to avoid them. So that's tip number 1. Number 2, kailangan alam natin yung side effects. Kailangan nating i-anticipate sa mga bagong-bago sa lifestyle na to. It's good for you to know that there are side effects nito in the beginning phase, transitional period. Kailangan itong i-expect para hindi tayo nasa-surprise, para mapaghandaan natin, para hindi tayo nag-give up agad-agad pag nakaranas na tayo ng side effects. At napakarami po niyan. It depends on the person's physiology. It depends on how they are doing low carb. Kapag ginagawa ng mali ang paglo-low carb, the more side effects that you will experience. So, ano-ano nga ba yung mga maling mga pamamaraan ng paglo-low carb? Nandyan yung masyadong calorie deficit, hindi naiintindihan na ang low carb, hindi ibig sabihin wala ka nang kakainin, right? Akala nila ito yung parang katulad ng regular diet lang na i-restrict mo masyado yung intake mo. But the reality is, in our lifestyle, we really want you to meet your protein requirements, eat fats up to satiety hanggang sa pagkabusog at masatisfy kayo. And then the carbs are optional. Now, the third tip would be, kailangan nauuna lagi ang low carb kesa sa fasting. And this is to get your body used to fat burning. Huwag tayo mag-a-attempt ng fasting kung hindi pa tayo naglo-low carb dahil kapag inuna natin ang fasting nang wala tayong tamang transition into fat burning, mahihirapan tayong i-maintain yung fasting. Mahirap po talaga. Kasi imagine, you're fasting for a long time. So for example, 16 hours, 18 hours, tapos kakain ka ng high carb. Ano bang gagawin ng high carb mo? Eventually, yung high carb mo na yan will start to give you those spikes again. Pag nag-spike, then pag bumagsak yung asukal sa body, then magkikrave ka na naman. Paano mo masusustain yung long fast kung lagi ka nagkikrave? It's going to be very, very hard. Yun yung tatlong kailangang malaman natin, specifically about the low carb part.